Welcome to Beyond the Beef, where we not only talk about business problems, we talk about business solutions. Except for last week and this week, because we are going to do part 2 of what we started in the last episode. And you might notice that we're dressed the same because we filmed this on the same exact day. Dun, dun, dun. We just wanted to break it up into 2 parts because we weren't done, apparently, with our airline beefs. So James,
yes, sir.
I want to give you a chance to give me your stories on the airlines because it was so much fun last week.
Thank you.
Tell us about some of your horror stories.
So yeah, it's just going to be beef.
Good beef. Beef away.
We're not going to move beyond it likely.
Next week we'll move beyond the beef on something.
Sounds
not this one.
No, it's not going to happen.
Go.
So I have to tell you, the first one I want to tell you about is about a flight home that happened to be one of the longer flights. I was flying flying back from London to New York. So, one of the longer trips. It's not like one of the little domestic trips that we take all the time. And it just so happens that, I had a decent seat, I thought, and I go in and I sit down, and probably like everybody else that's on a flight, right? You watch people as they walk in. You're like,
that's terrible.
Right? You're like,
please,
no, right?
Choose your seat.
This would be all right. So you're kind of picking and choosing as they walk by, right? Well, one gentleman I see from afar, and he's sniffling. And I'm like, oh, please.
You didn't choose him.
Please, no. Right to the point where I'm like, if I look at him, like he's going to sit there. Like that had anything to do with where he was going to sit. So I turn my head. And he comes right into the seat.
Yeah.
And before he even sits down, Bob, he puts his bag down on the seat. He unzips something and grabs something out of his bag. And he walks up to the flight attendant. And he's talking. I can't hear him. And then I'm watching him. And he has a little spoon. And he pours something on a spoon. And he takes it. And comes back, I realize he's got a bottle of Robitussin. The guy had to take Robitussin before the flight. Now he's got a handkerchief in his pocket, and he starts coughing.
He was trying to fix himself.
He was trying to go to sleep probably for the flight home from London. So he's coughing the whole time. He's got his handkerchief, and he's blowing his nose in it, he's putting it in his pocket, and then he resorts to tissues.
Of course.
So he's blowing his nose, and the tissues are everywhere. They're strewn everywhere. It's not even like
he's like, flight.
I'm right next to him. Right? And there's tissues, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's got them all on the seat back, and then I got to use the restroom. Yeah. He gets up, and there's tissues that are falling, and they're in my seat, and he coughs and sneezes the whole time. Now I understand. I understand people get ill. I do. But if you're on a flight
there's ill
and you're not feeling well, let's just say you happen to be in that scenario and you got to go home, right? Yeah. Be a little cognizant of what you're doing. Don't be throwing tissues at me.
That's the difference. Listen.
It's going to happen. Don't be conscious of the people around you. Cover your mouth when you cough. I don't want all that near me. I'm like stuck to the side of the plane like this, trying to get comfortable. And it was crazy.
It's true. And this is the problem, right? First of all, there's ill, and then there's impending death. So like that, you can't get on the plane when you're that sick. I'm sorry how inconvenient. Nope. But I think it comes down to another thing, which is there are some people that they are the only person in the world, right? They don't care. Like, and oh my God, it's like so inconsiderate. You just get there, it's like, I'm sick, so therefore,
everyone's gonna get it. Everyone's gonna get it.
Doesn't matter.
You're in a flying tube. There's no recycled air.
And I don't want
breathe in the same stuff.
Tissues near me.
Right.
So
exactly.
And so, so I have a story like this too, right? That I was on a flight and there was a person who was so deathly ill that honestly I thought they were drunk. That's how bad it was. And until I found out from the flight attendant, I actually complained to the flight attendant, like, this person should not be flying. Like they need to be quarantined. It was so bad that we were going to the runway, right? And we're taxiing and we're about to take off. And on an active taxiway, this person gets up and goes back to the bathroom, right? And I'm like, okay, that's sick. You got to be really sick.
Gracious.
Comes back and like really, really sick. So I thought the person was like really drunk. Hungover, so I, call him. Call button. It's like something's wrong here. This isn't. And turns out, no, he's just really sick. I'm like,
oh, that's it?
That's okay?
He's just really sick?
And he's sitting next to me.
And he's here?
That's deathly ill, completely inconsiderate, right? But then when you take it to the next level and you're like throwing your tissues around.
I'm afraid to sneeze on an airplane. I'll be honest with you. People sneeze. Humans sneeze. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I'm like, no. Like, I'll pray, don't do it. I'll do everything I can because it's just too much germ and I know other people are going to think, whatever it may be. I'm like afraid to sneeze, More places should be like Taiwan. When you fly to Taiwan and you get off the plane in Taiwan, you walk through an X-ray machine. And they have a screen, and they can see if you're sick.
Oh,
they let you in.
I haven't been there in a while.
And it's got your body temperature, so you walk through. So if you have a fever or anything, like your body temperature's up, they won't let you fly out, or they won't let you into the country.
Not a bad thing.
You know what?
If you know that you can't get into the destination, then you're not going to fly, right?
Right.
But there is something to that, you know, and I feel that way. Like, but okay, so even if you're a little bit sick and you're not deathly ill,
it's really just a matter
be
of
considerate,
being considerate.
And just
You're
all
absolutely
things that are meant to be inside you, and we're gonna anything.
We'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Should stay inside you during a flight. Right? I don't care what it is. Just everything meant to be in here, keep it there. That's the
Agreed.
And everyone knows what I'm talking about. Let's just stop there. But okay, so that has to do with just inconsiderate flyers. And then, of course, the airlines, maybe they could do a little something more about that too, right? To make other people's comfort, I think, somewhat of a priority.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, okay, good. Any other horrible airline stories? So you know that we can think of a million.
I've got a million of them. Yeah. I think maybe we leave it at that.
Yeah, we don't want to be too beefy.
I could go forever on
could too.
We even kind of solved a little bit of this one, though. I didn't expect
we did
If
actually
you are a
solve it.
flyer, be considerate of the people around you.
Yes.
Please.
No matter what that is. Whether it's the reclining story that we told.
Reclining, whether you're sneezing if you're not feeling well. Just, I get it happens. Just be considerate that you're in a flying tube of recycled air, and we try to keep it all in. And not. I don't need your tissues.
And if we can go into the last episode, if we can have like kind of a movement, right? Nobody recline. I mean, I would love to just hashtag nobody recline.
Hashtag nobody recline. I like that.
Right?
I like that.
Maybe something good comes from this thing.
It.
I don't know.
Don't recline.
All right, there you go. So maybe you can get something from that. Maybe you could join the movement. And anyway, next week we'll resume our normal real business problems and real business solutions. But thank you for letting us get this off our chest. I think it was really great. So until next time, see you back here on
Beyond the Beef.
Thanks.
Thank you. We haven't ridden in the car together in a while for me to be able to protect you.
We come to a stop, he's like, hey, James, is that going to help me from going through the windshield?